Hi. I just wanted to go over the potential meanings behind this anniversary song. So it's all like, no one knew the price of prophecy. And I'm wondering what exactly that means. It could mean a lot of things. Who knows, really? One thing that comes to mind is a prophecy being made in Honkai Star Rail has to do with the erudition, because how to explain Honkai Star Rail path stuff? Oof. Basically, if it's like locking in fate, anchoring a point in fate. So there's that, and then in Zenless Zone Zero, we have gotten references to the path of finality, or the end, specifically with the quest, it's either called the Prophet or the Prophecy, like literally. This is one of the earliest quests in the game. It says, the ending must be faced once more. The fated prophecy has been sealed. Now, I am very much willing to bet that this is what the song is referencing. Whatever this is. The end must be witnessed again. Prophetic pronouncements. Are they echoes from the hollow? This seems to be referencing the finality to me. Which, in Honkai Star Rail, the finality, the Eon that presides over that path is Terminus, and Terminus is born at the end of the universe and is traveling back in time to the beginning of it. And as they travel back through time, they whisper prophecies of the future to people. This is the essence of the finality. So, like, whispers, echoes from the hollow, prophetic pronouncements, calls at midnight, saying the end must be witnessed again. The fated prophecy has been sealed. This is all calling back to the finality, to the end. So I'm wondering, let me see. I'm wondering if some kind of prophecy was made in New Eridu that's like, well, the end must be faced once again. The world has to end. And we also saw this with Carol Arna. She talked about, in like 2.2 or something, she talked about how she saw countless endings, countless ways that the world would end. And I think Sarah might have also mentioned something about it during her backstory with the creator. So this whole no one knew the price of prophecy is very intriguing to me. Very intriguing. And it's intimately connected to the foundation of Eridu, seemingly. So what does the foundation of Eridu have to do with the prophecy with the ending? Well, Eridu was built around the hollows, and the hollows represent the end, right? The end here is literally represented by a giant hollow forming and like swallowing everything. An eruption from seemingly Hollow Zero. And, like, you have to, it says rewind, so, like, maybe they go back in time and have to restart the cycle once again. Cuff and Furious. Cuff. If you know, you know. Ugh, there's so many things. So many things. Oh, I should probably get my other phone out and check the chat. I should do that. One moment. Okay, there's not been anything in the chat yet. Cool. Many things. So, let's take a look at the transcript. Seconds frozen and woven, then vanish softly all around. Seconds frozen and woven. This reminds me of the remembrance. Like in Hawkeye Star Rail, we have Cyrene's song, Ripples of Past Reverie, and one lyric is woven memories your boon, and like it talks about thaw winter's rhyme anew, see you soon after the end of time in the melted frost and rime, because like seconds being frozen represents the remembrance, and that's also referenced in Sinless, by the way, the remembrance. Did I didn't include it here. Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. Oh. And people say Zenless Zone Zero isn't a Honkai-verse game. Come on. Please. Even before they announced a literal collab with HSR, there were already references to it. Hell, Miyabi's Sword Spirit, Tailless, is a Heliobus from Hawkeye Star Rail. It's like so clearly a Heliobus. Anyway. Ugh, very cool stuff. I just, All of the endings that are bound to a point no distance can save. Fading out of reach. That is also what makes me think of the ending must be faced once again, and like the fact that Carol Arna mentioned seeing multiple, like countless endings. And this lyric, all of the endings that are bound to a point no distance can save. All the endings are bound to a point. That relates to the erudition, which I mentioned earlier, in which different outcomes, different endings are instead anchored to one ending, and the rest are canceled out. That's what the erudition is about. Sealing in fate, the fated prophecy has been sealed. So I'm just like, very interesting, very interesting. Who made the prophecy? Did someone receive the prophecy? What does it mean? And the hands that shaped the horizon is definitely referencing the first generation of Void Hunters. Okay, that's pretty much where my thoughts end. I just had to get this out somehow. Okay. I suppose that's it. Okay. Goodbye.